Okay, and then you kind of pretty much guessed the next question. So someone asked like mace versus pepper spray versus, I don't know if you've ever seen those girls that sell the like little stick thing with the, you know what I'm talking about, like the stabber. It has a cute pom pom with it. Like,
Yep.
which one do you think is best? Would you recommend? Do you think that the little pom poms with the stabby thing is useful? Do you think it's more of like a gimmick? What are your thoughts?
So, and this goes for all things, including firearms. No one can tell you which one is the right one for you. It has to come from you. So the biggest, and this is kind of a side note, the biggest one we get a lot is, whether it's husbands, boyfriends, the guy at the gun shop, oh, you should get this weapon. You should get this firearm. This will be perfect for you. No one can tell you that. Even female instructors, you have to feel it. You have to see if it's the right fit for you, because if it's not, you won't use it properly. Or if it scares you, you won't use it properly. So
really quick to that, really quick to that point about the gun. Can you tell us like just two things or maybe three that we should be looking for if we're trying to find one that's perfect for us? Like, should like the feel, the
yep.
holding, or
So with your firearm, you should look. It needs to fit in your hand. It can't be too big. You also don't want one too small. So the biggest tip I have for that is, if you're holding your weapon, say with one hand, can your thumb reach the I'm blanking on words for whatever reason. Can you release the mag with one hand, essentially? If your thumb can't reach around to drop the magazine out of the weapon, then that's an issue. The gun's too big for you. Not saying women can't have giant guns. You absolutely can. You're very good at it. Definitely do it. But, in a personal situation, safety situation, you want to make sure you can use it with one hand. And then
just a regular
grip.
everyday girl.
Yep. And then grip. You want to make sure,
grip. Okay.
it fires properly. Some women like 45, some like 38, some like 9mm. You need to find the one that best fits you and that you're comfortable with. Because if you're not comfortable with it, it's just a tool. And if you're not comfortable with your tool, you're not going to either use it properly or you're going to be too scared to use it when you need to.
Yeah. Okay.
But to the other question.
But yeah, so you were saying, yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that we've seen, pepper spray is a big one. And a lot of that is because a lot of our audience is kind of that high school going into college phase, or it's the parents who have kids going into those phases. So pepper spray, every woman should have pepper spray. Pepper spray, it's good. It works. There's a lot of brands out there, and, you can clip it on keys. You can put it in on your backpack. You put it in your purse. So pepper spray is, a good option. Tasers is a good option if you're comfortable with tasers. Some people aren't comfortable with tasers. If you do, and I guess this goes
you have to be right up against someone for a taser, right?
So there are some that shoot out that you can buy, but the handheld ones, yeah, you have to actually touch them. And with those, you have to be careful that you don't shock yourself. So with with the pepper spray or even the tasers or stun guns, if you're using anything like that, you also need to train with those. So one of the biggest things that we've seen, especially with mace pepper spray, is no one trains with them. It's my grandma bought me this and I take it to school with me, or my parents bought me this and take it to school with me, or I wasn't just comfortable, so I bought it and I take it to school with me. Well, do you know how to use it? Have you ever actually tried to use it? And that's so important, because if you never have, you may not know how it operates, and when you need to use it, you're fumbling, and something may happen. So we kind of always recommend, if you buy the little pepper spray sticks that can clip onto your backpack or purse, whatever. We always recommend people buy two. That way, one you can practice with, and the one you actually use. Because if you're not practicing with it, it's just like a firearm. If you're not practicing with it, you don't know how the tool operates, which then becomes useless in the situation.